Donald Trump Jr., Donald Trump's son, says that one of his first memories is at age 4 years old, Donald Trump asking Jr., who can you trust? And Donald Trump Jr. says,
don't trust anyone. Ever. And, he'd follow it up 2 seconds later with, so do you trust me? I'd say, of course, you're my dad. He said, what did I just, he thought I was a total failure. He goes, my son's a loser.
It sounds like every story you tell me, somebody's going to jail.
what was here before Trump Tower was a department store called the Bonwit Teller Department Store. In the late 1970s, Donald Trump is now really kind of getting into his career. He goes and demolishes the building. The actual demolition of the building, who he hired was a group of Polish immigrants, many of them illegal. They had no hard hats, they had no sort of protective eyewear. He ends up paying them $5 an hour or not paying them at all.
It's constructed on the blood, sweat, and tears of the Polish Brigade.
The Polish Brigade begins to organize. Donald Trump says, we're countersuing you for $100 million. Anytime he feels even slightly on the attack, he goes on the attack 10 times harder. It took 18 years of litigating, and yet they stuck with it. And they stuck with it, and they stuck with it, and they stuck with it, and ultimately they won.
It took 18 years?
The litigation took 18 years.
Oh my God, that is crazy.
It's incredible, right?
Excuse me, where's the lobby?
Down the hall and to the left.
In the late 80s, this building was $300 million in debt, and so Donald Trump decides that this is when he's going to buy it.
Why did you buy the plaza?
Why did I buy it? Because it would have driven me crazy if anyone else owned it.
This is also right around the time where he buys the largest yacht in the world. He also has an airplane fleet. He's also really beginning to build his casino empire. He really overextends himself. There's a story as well. He's walking down Fifth Avenue here with Marla, and he sees a homeless man. He says,
do you know that he's worth $900 million more than I am?
but the banks cut this deal where they put him on this allowance. He gets rid of his stake in this building along with many others. He is able to continue on. If the banks hadn't cut him the deal and so forth, we would not be talking about a President Donald Trump again today. In the 1980s, the rink was in a pretty bad place, and the city was doing a very poor job at rebuilding it. So Trump enters, he says, let me do it.
An ice skating rink that took 8 years, the city couldn't build it. I did it in 3 months. Okay, you know about it.
This is really the first time where Trump enters politics. He feels that he came out on top.
I want to rebuild the United States, just like I rebuilt the Woolman skating rink.
This is 100 Central Park South, now the Trump Department. 1984, he's very much ascending his career. He buys this building, and he wants to demolish it to build a very large luxury tower. But the residents in the building don't want to leave. You have this David and Goliath story. You have, at this point, one of the most powerful developers in New York City. You truly have everyday working class people, and the winners are the everyday working class people. This is one of his biggest failure cases.
I really believe in the power of knowledge, and that's why I'm doing this tour. I don't know if there's one story that I think is the damning story of Donald Trump. My hope, more than anything, would be for folks to really consider, are these the qualities, is this the rhetoric, and is this the ideology of a person that we are choosing to represent this nation?